So, welcome, lovely Simone. Thank you so much for making the time to share and reflect on how the course that we did together has impacted your life since we graduated. Would you like to share with us what initially brought you to this training? Why did you decide to join?
And thank you. I'm so lovely to be here. And the reason why I took the training is that I was always very interested in Chinese medicine. And I was already an aerial yoga teacher. And I realized that while trying all these different yoga styles, that I just liked Yin yoga as well a lot. And so it was just a perfect combination of the Chinese medicine background and the Yin yoga, which I loved to do. And that's why I decided to also do another training. And I think the thing that I didn't count on was the trauma informed part. But that was also very, very good for me because I'm a former primary school teacher and I'm also very interested in psychology, also like early childhood psychology, and so trauma informed training you can even use with children, and that was like perfect for me.
Looking back now, do you remember how did you feel before you joined the training? If you could just describe your life situation at that time.
I'm already on my path for, I think it's about 10 years. And it started maybe even already in my early childhood that I was with people who were using alternative medicine. So as a young girl, I already grew up with crystals and stuff as my grandma was working with pendulums and crystals and with herbs and stuff from Switzerland. So yeah, people here still go and pick their own herbs for a tea. Especially the elderly generation right now. But so I was always in touch with that kind of medicine. I was after the training, I got even more aware of the physical part, how much you can really heal through physical release. You release your emotions through your body. And that really, really was a game changer for me.
Can you mention here maybe one shift that you notice in how you show up in your everyday life, in your relationships, in your teaching, if you teach as a result of the training?
I think the biggest shift was because of the physical part that while I'm teaching, I'm less in my head and more in my body. I realized that presence is everything that is really, really needed. And therefore, also when I'm in overwhelming situations in my everyday life, this helped me to be present again and not to just like space out. Yeah, I think that's the biggest shift for me personally.
Is it when you're teaching kids or is it when you're teaching yoga or both?
It's actually both. I think when I teach yoga, it's easier. But as you know, I also teach kids. I teach aerial yoga to kids, which is a whole new story than teaching aerial yoga to adults. So you really need to stay grounded, especially with the aerial, right? Where you are very like in the air and it's all wavy and flying and it's exciting. And the kids, they have so much energy. So you really need to stay grounded while flying, basically.
Indeed, yes.
And so it really was a game changer for both. For me as a yoga teacher, but also in my personal life when I have difficult situations with my parents or with my family or with friends. Yeah, and I also was able to integrate the yoga into my everyday life as a teacher. And now I even do little exercises I learned in Yin yoga with the kids. So grounding exercises, and that is just wonderful.
How do the
Yeah,
children respond to that? Are they open to these little practices?
they are very open to it. It always blows my mind how easily they get the tools and also how easily they can relax. For adults, it sometimes takes so much longer to ease their mind or to ease their body. And for kids, it's sometimes just like 3 minutes and they're fully in.
Can you share a simple everyday moment that you remember where you used something from the training?
What helped me the most is the tapping with the kids. And I think something else that I use almost every day is just the awareness of the four different responses. I mean, I'm just more aware of it, I think. So whenever I'm with people, I can now also read their body language quite better. And I know while practicing yoga, but also in the school setting, how people respond or if they are triggered or what I could also do to help them. That's something
Really
that really changed my life. Yeah.
It really just like opens your eyes and you look at people
Yeah.
in a different way, right? What's going on with this person?
Yeah, especially in the yin yoga setting, right? You have more time to look at the students, right? Because it's a slower yoga practice. So you can really make a difference, I think. Yeah, you really read people better.
What part of the training stayed with you the most deeply? Something you still think about or use regularly?
What stayed with me the most was also the meridians. I'm still learning, but it's something that is for me personally a game changer. And it's so good also to have the manual because I have it electronical, right? So I can easily just look it up and
So, if someone is thinking about joining this training, but
then.
they're not 100% sure, what would you tell them?
So if you are a yoga teacher or if you're just someone working in the social field, I mean, you don't even have to be a yoga teacher. You can be a teacher or you can be a social worker. You can be someone being very interested in medicine or even working with doctors or like being a nurse or something like that. And you're just interested to have like another perspective and you also want to do something for yourself. This is the perfect way to go because you learn tools to regulate yourself and you also dive deeper in psychology, and therefore I would actually recommend this training to everyone who is just like interested in growing.
Is there one sentence that captures what this training meant to you?
Can even like summarize it in one word: emotional release. So 2 words. I am working with Louise Hay and Liz Bourbeau for already 5, 6 years. Because of the yin yoga training, I was able to combine the things that I already knew about energetical things going on in our body and then actually be able to use my body to release these emotions. I would really recommend everyone to do the training who is just willing to dive deeper into yourself, but also into an alternative form of medicine.
Thank you so much, Simone, for your time and sharing your reflections, speaking from the heart. I'm very sure that many will find your insights and reflections really, really helpful. So until we speak next time, take very good care. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for being my
Thank
teacher.
you.